Hello my friends and welcome to how to build a CRC base. Well, Commando, Riot and Colonel. This is my last report. I've been losing quite a lot, so I decided to actually change the base. So by doing that, I'm going to show you guys how to build the Commando, Riot and Colonel base. Now, it's going to be from scratch. It's going to take a while. Is going to be an idea that I have. I'm not going to get inspired by anything. I'm just going to start from scratch and see where we end up. Now, I've been against loads of CRC bases. The idea is there. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to put the wall nicely at the end there, and so I know how long the base is now and all of that. And then we quickly move into putting more walls. Well, I'm going to put an anti-tank there. I had this idea, something that could shoot exactly where my choke point is, at the same time is going to stop the transport truck going forward. So I think this is such an interesting idea to just use that there. Anyway, let's destroy this, and then we're going to quickly put loads of walls there, and we are going to set the choke point. And I'm going to show you some small tricks along the way of how to create a base. It doesn't have to be the same. It doesn't have to be Commando. Let's say you don't have Commando, you don't have Riot, or you don't have anything. Well, we're going to speed up the process a little bit, so you see the idea. There we go. I'm going to try to fix the walls as quick as possible so the anti-tank can shoot a little bit. We're going to use another wall. There we go. That's about perfect for me. Now, let's set the other part of the base. We're going to the other end of it, and we're going to put the tents. There you go, we put in the middle. Then we're going to get rid of that bush as quick as possible and put it in the corner. I'm not going to bother too much to protect those tents, is what is. We're going to assign the units to them. My Colonel is not as good. My Riot is not as good. I'll show you a little bit later what you definitely need for a proper CRC base. You need some stats on your some skills on your units that are going to be absolutely necessary to have a good base. Anyway, we're going to create a good choke point. In that choke point, you can use different units as well. So let's move to the next part. I think the choke point should be somewhere around there. We have the rock, which makes it not as wide. And we have the anti-tank that we are going to actually use as a measurement tool, because that anti-tank, the range is 25. The range of my commandos is 22, which is a little bit similar if you think about it. So if I can spread my my two main damage dealers around 23, let's say, range, everything is going to be fine. I'm going to put the radio station there. It's going to do that. I'm going to look. I think when you reset your base, the perk that you have on the radio station is going to be gone. We'll look into that a little bit later. Now it's about building the base. So this is just an idea, guys. We just create things and then we move them. And that's what you should do as well. If you want to get inspired building a base, this is the video for you. But then try your best to make it a little bit different. That's what I do. So I have my units there. I'm going to have those riots there. Let's destroy everything on that area so I can add my lovely mortar there. And I'll show you guys, it's exactly on the choke point, exactly where the units are going to be stopped. They're going to struggle to go through that. We don't have on this game anything to help the units go through the barbed wire. That's why a choke point is absolutely necessary. So we try to protect the mortar as much as possible with walls. We do have a limited amount of walls, so we have to be careful with that. AAs are going to be absolutely necessary exactly there. We're going to try to protect our main units as much as possible. I guess in a situation like this I won't be able to put more than 3 AAs. That should be enough. It's always good to have the 4 of them somehow, spread them, but the idea that I have doesn't really allow that. But I'm going to protect the other mortar, which is on the other side, as you can see it in the corner there. I'm going to protect that one with 1 AA. Now the next one is going to be there somewhere. Maybe I will push it a little bit forward. We see how it goes as we build what we have to build first. As I said, this is a work in progress. It's just I'm going to share my thoughts with you and try to protect it as much as possible there, the AA. We are kind of creating a choke point. Obviously the units are going to be moved backwards and forwards a couple of times at least, until we get the right angles and everything. Let's see now. Another wall there. It's going to go absolutely straight, and the worst thing is you can't add another mortar there. I'm going to show you a little bit later. It's not enough space for it. So in that corner, having that AA there, it's good, it's protecting, but I think we could have a mortar or a sniper tower there and move the AA a little bit back, I guess. We are going to put a sniper tower for now there. I don't think I'm going to keep it there. Let's move to the next phase now. We're going to try to create a mini choke point there where the riots are going to stop the units from shooting towards the choke point. We try to add also the traps. Again, with the traps, guys, you mess about with them. Don't do them as I do them. This is just a tutorial. So here he is. As I said, I'm going to move the AA a little bit. I'm going to add the mortar first. I'm going to bring the AA in there. That's the one. I'm happy with it now. It's going to protect as much as possible there, and we are going to add the third one just there. The third one is there because the mortars are extremely good, so we need to protect them as much as possible. Plus the units there, any, I don't know, any missile or something is going to be protected. I wish I could put another one, but because I decide to have this type of base, using that rock, the big rock there, as if you want, as a protection and all of that. It's a personal choice anyway, so you can actually move that AA back all the way if you like that, but for me it's good like this. It does protect this mortar here, that AA, and I'm happy enough to have that. Now the wall there is going to kind of stop any enemy threat. I like that. Let's move them around a little bit. As I said, I'm trying to speed up as much as possible. I'm trying to make it as good as possible. There we go. Happy with that. Let's change something. So I'm going to move. I'm going to put another wall there. I'm going to have 3 walls. I'm going to add a bunker just beside that that riot. It's going to be interesting to have the bunker there, mainly for other reasons as well, such as defend and all of that. The bunker is going to help, plus the bunker kind of takes the focus from the choke point. I'll show you in a minute when we put the bunker down, but until then we have to focus on the traps. I'm going to put the traps there for now. They won't stay like that. Placing the traps is more trial and error. You will have to actually go and test your base and see how the units react and all of that. Now we leave all of those like this. The bunker is down. I'm happy. Now I can show you something, guys. What I was talking earlier is the riot skill. You need the third, the crowd control, you need that as high as possible. Stunning opponent, it's the key for it. So I'm going to buy the 3 lovely shards there, the 3 medals, and I'm going to upgrade it once, but all the focus would be on that. Obviously get the 4th skill first anyhow, but then upgrade only the last one. The fact that it's going to stun the enemies, it gives you a big advantage. You need that, trust me, you do need that advantage. Now we upgraded that, and it's the same with the Colonel. Mine is only level 6. Obviously I'm going to upgrade and I'm going to do most of the things on it, but you need a certain amount. Well, you need to be a good level. You need your Colonel to have the right perks. For me, a volunteer will do the trick, and I'm going to unlock the 2nd slot. I said I'm not going to for a while, but it's a must now since I made this base. And I'm going to put damage on it. I know, might sound weird, but the Colonels are actually shooting and their damage is not extremely bad. It's 235. Add a nice average damage perk on it and you get another 115. That shot could count towards something. So I don't really need anything else. You know what I mean? I need my Colonels mainly to deal a little bit of damage and use their ability. So volunteer and damage for me will do. The coffee one, if you have the 3rd slot, obviously I really recommend using it. That's not going to be the case if you use the Colonel in your normal raids. I don't, so that for me is good. Let's move on, guys. So we have the bunker. Let's put it nicely there. I think I'm quite happy with that. I'm not happy in the middle there, so we're going to start changing. We're going to speed it up again as fast as possible. I don't like the anti-tank there. I'm just going to put it in the other corner. I wanted to shoot exactly where the choke point is, the barbed wire and all of that. So we're going to move it a little bit around, as you can imagine. There we go. We have it. I'm going to try to move it a little bit forward, just a teensy bit. Let's see. If I put it there, it's going to be a better place. Where I had it before, it wouldn't be able to actually shoot exactly at the moment that I wanted. So I'm going to move forward a little bit the AA. I'm going to, yeah, that will kind of do the trick for me. It's tricky a little bit with the walls, but I think that can be the right decision. And it is the right decision. I'm just going to leave it there. Move a little bit the wall. No. Move a little bit the wall that way. And here we are. It's going to shoot at the choke point, exactly what I wanted. It is a little bit blocked. I don't want to put the structure in front of my units. Just want it exactly there. That will do the trick. Now, sniper tower should go in the other place there instead of the anti-tank, and then we put a nice wall there, and now we're going to have a double wall there. That could be changed. I don't think it's a good idea. And we have another spare wall which we are going to put, where should we put it? Can use it there. That's the one. Have to move the other one a little bit back, so my whole idea of keeping that is not going to work that good. Let's see. Still can shoot. It might miss once or twice hitting the wall there, but I'm happy enough with it. Now, suppose let's replace the bunker with the one that is level 15. Might as well use the one that is the most upgraded. It makes more sense, doesn't it, guys? Let's see if we can fit it back in there. There you go. He looks a little bit bigger now, isn't it? It looks like he's sticking out a little bit more than before. That's not something that I like. Kind of, yeah, I kind of like the way it is. Now, what I hope is when the units are going to go in that barbed wire, they will first turn for, well, obviously they will attack the bunker, but by then my colonel should trigger its first special, and then the second one, by the time the second one comes, they will be aiming for the one right there. Anyway, it's only one way to find out, I guess, guys, and let's test this. Now, I am going to test it lightly. I'm not going to go full force. I just want to see how my things work. So don't tell me, oh, you didn't even try hard enough or stuff like that, because trying hard enough I will be able to win, more likely, because as I said, my kernels are not fully upgraded, my riots are not where they are supposed to be. But here it is, as expected, the first kernel triggers the attack, and I was lucky enough my commando starts shooting straight away. The bunker does the trick, exactly what I expected the bunker to do. The bunker will stop the units, which gives me more time to spawn more units from my tents and outposts. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Now, I'm curious about that AA. If they can shoot through the wall, I don't think they could, and I'm curious about the anti-tank, how good it's going to do. Might be a case where we will have to move a little bit the barbed wire further, or maybe closer to the transport truck. They have to get stuck somewhere where they can't really reach, and my anti-tank can shoot. It's a tricky one. There we go. Very nice. The colonel did again the trick. He's going to, yeah, going to get rid of all of those. I forgot to put the the perk on the radio station. I'm not sure if it stays or not. I'll just leave it. It doesn't matter. And here we are. They could reach my anti-tank. I don't like that. I didn't see yet the other one shooting. Wait a second. Maybe he did shoot. I didn't pay attention there. So far, so good. So if you guys have a base like this and someone is going to miss their specials, here we are. Now, I left it for a while, guys, and I got some attacks in. People attacked me. I didn't fully win. I got 2 stars. Is better than nothing. But I'm going to explain it why that happened. There we go. A guy with everything that you can see is going to use his specials. I don't know why he did that. Anyway, we're going to watch this lovely fight, and I'm going to tell you why he got 1 star. Because it's quite a mistake for me to leave so many structures in open space, such as the bunker. The bunker is good for PvE when we are attacking, when you're defending and stuff like that, and you can see they can shoot through those walls. I didn't expect that to happen, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the walls a little bit closer so they won't be able to shoot, maybe even turn a wall at some point. They won't be able to shoot either. There we go. Now, this is where I expect everyone to get stuck. You can see the anti-tank is shooting. My units are constantly shooting. The minute the kernels come back up, they are going to shoot. They are going to trigger the special again. I like this. They struggle a lot with that nice riot in the corner, as I expected. The minute they go past that riot, they are going to encounter the next riot, which they are going to stun for just a little bit. Not enough, but at some point I'm going to actually upgrade the riots. That's going to be my main focus. And here it is. The minute you get rid of the first lot, which includes what are they called, veterans, then your fight is yours. The fight is actually yours. The only problem is we have loads of structures that are free to destroy at the beginning. That could be an advantage, could be a disadvantage. I am happy winning 2 stars, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the second wall, as you can see there. I'm going to move it a little bit forward so they they can't really shoot my bunker through the walls. Let's see what we can do. Move that out. There he is. Move it closer a little bit. And I'm going to actually flip one of the walls. This could be interesting or not. I'm going to flip it that way, and I'm going to force the units. If they don't use a focus fire, I'm going to actually force the units to come in that way. But at the same time, I want my Riot to be able to shoot. So I think that's kind of good. We'll test it later anyway. You test it yourself, guys, if you copy this base. Well, guys, I hope you did enjoy this tutorial. We went through every single thing. I hope you did enjoy it, yeah? If it helped, leave a like. If you can, please subscribe and share with your friends. It does help and I do really appreciate it. Guys, as always, I hope you have a brilliant day and I will see you next video.